Improving graduation rates. High school graduation rates are on the rise all over the world, and the United States is no exception. In 2013, 81% of American students who had been freshmen 4 years earlier received their diplomas, compared to 75% in 2000. The same year, only 7% of high school students dropped out, down from 12% in 2000. Although the U.S. still lagged behind other wealthy countries, these statistics were the best in its history. The improved numbers pleased educators and economists, with good reason. Finishing school has a big impact on a range of life outcomes. High school graduates are healthier and live longer. They're also less likely to commit crimes. Studies have shown that as many as 75% of all prisoners in the United States did not finish high school. The decrease in dropout rates is good for the economy, too. In this age of advanced technology, education is more important than ever. High school graduates are much less likely to be unemployed. They do more to help their nation stay productive and competitive. President Barack Obama once told an audience of high school students, "If you quit on school, you're not just quitting on yourself, you're quitting on your country." A worker with a high school diploma earns an estimated $300,000 more in his or her lifetime than a dropout. A graduate thus has more spending money to help the economy and more to pay the government in the form of taxes. How was the improvement in graduation rates accomplished? In the late 2000s, many officials became concerned about low graduation rates. They formed programs to help high school dropouts. In Houston, Texas, volunteers, including the mayor, went to dropouts' homes and tried to convince these students to give school another try. Thousands of dropouts have returned to the classroom since the program started. In Virginia, a private business donated money to open 2 non-traditional schools for high school students who are struggling in conventional schools and are likely to drop out. A small town called Elkhart, Indiana, is one of the great success stories of recent years. In 2010, their dropout rate was over 30%, and officials were worried. "We had to do something to turn the tide," said Gail Draper, a counselor at Elkhart Central High School. So they took a series of important steps. One problem was that high-paying factory jobs were available in the area, and many students were dropping out in order to earn money. School officials asked local employers to turn their jobs into internships for school credit. They also started offering evening classes, so students who worked during the day could stay in school. Another key was identifying the students at the greatest risk of dropping out and intervening in time. School officials hired a social worker to track down students who were skipping school and convince them to return. They had meetings with parents over school vacations and provided tutoring for students having trouble with their studies. The result of all these efforts was a 50% reduction in Elkhart's dropout rates. Though happy about recent gains, the U.S. government is not satisfied. Its goal is to achieve a 90% national graduation rate by 2020. Many factors affect whether a young person stays in school, and it is probably impossible to create a perfect recipe for success. But at least the U.S. has momentum on its side.